6th August 2025. And order, honorable members, order. And we shall proceed with the order of business this afternoon. Clerk, order number 1.
Order number 1, administration of vote.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, before we continue, let me acknowledge the presence of the fourth estate, that is our media, as well as the members of the public who are in gallery, those who are following us. You are most welcome as we proceed with our afternoon sitting. On behalf of the County Assembly and myself, you are most welcome. Honorable members, I have a communication to make. This is communication from the chair. Honorable members, I hereby give the following notice. Notice to show cause for failure to attend 8 consecutive sittings of the County Assembly. Honorable members, the records of the County Assembly indicate that the following honorable members have failed to attend 8 consecutive sittings of the Assembly during the current session without written permission of the Speaker, contrary to provision of Article 194(1)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. 1. The Honorable Noela Opile. 2. Honorable Winnie Langat. 3. Honorable Isaac Metker. 4. Honorable Dominic Mutai. And 5. Honorable Bavina Serem. Honorable members, the said constitutional provision states the office of a member of a county assembly becomes vacant if during any session of the assembly the member is absent from 8 sittings without permission in writing of the Speaker of the assembly and is unable to have a satisfactory explanation to the relevant committee of the assembly. Honorable members, in view of the above, the said members are hereby required to show cause in writing within 7 days from the date of this communication why their seats should not be declared vacant pursuant to the cited provisions. Honorable members, kindly direct your written explanation to the office of the Speaker and copy the same to the Committee on Powers and Privileges, which will consider your submission and make appropriate recommendations. Honorable members, to those who are affected, failure to respond within the stipulated time will lead to further action as guided by the Constitution and the standing orders of this Assembly. Signed by myself, Right Honorable Dr. Patrick Mutai, Speaker of the County Assembly of Kericho. I hope the members that I have mentioned are here. If not here, clerk, you are directed to ensure that they receive this communication before the close of business. This, that is today being 6th August 2025. Honorable Noela Opile, Honorable Winnie Langat, Honorable Isaac Metker, Honorable Dominic Mutai, Honorable Bavina Serem. Clerk, next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next.
Order number 5, papers.
Next.
Order number 6, notices of motion by Honorable Kiprotich Rogon.
Honorable Kiprotich Rogon, honorable members, before Honorable Kiprotich proceeds, I know you have already received your order paper of this afternoon, and there is a notice of motion by Honorable Kiproti Chirogony, the member of County Assembly, the member of the County Assembly representing the people of Sigawit Ward, to give notice to the motion for impeachment of His Excellency Honorable Eric Koech, the Governor of Kericho County. Honorable members, as you are aware, the standing orders are very clear that when there is such a motion of removal from office by impeachment, the motion supersedes the other motion. And that is why we are giving the Honorable Kiproti Chirogony time so that he can move his motion as per the standing orders. Proceed to give notice. Honorable Kiproti Chirogony.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to give notice of motion. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I beg, with the support of the members of the County Assembly of Kericho, the County Assembly, whose names and signatures I have annexed here too as Annexure 1, to move the motion for impeachment of His Excellency Honorable Eric Koech Mutai, the Governor of Kericho County, for number 1, gross violation of the Constitution of Kenya. Roman number 2, gross violation of various national and county laws. Roman number 3, serious reasons for believing that the governor has committed crimes under national law. Roman number 4, abuse of office. And Roman number 5, gross misconduct. Mr. Speaker, sir, the specific grounds of the motion are organized thematically as Roman number 1 outlined below, and Roman number 2 elaborated in the ensuing pages of this motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, the evidence in support of the motion is set out in number 1, my affidavit in support of the motion duly sworn in on 5th of August 2023. Roman number 2, 2025. Roman number 2, the exhibits annexed to my affidavit in support of the motion. Roman number 3, the witness statements and affidavits to be presented at the hearing of this motion. Further, the affidavit presented herewith verifies the accuracy and reliability of the exhibits to the motion. Mr. Speaker, whereas number 1, Article 2 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, herein the Constitution restates the supremacy of the Constitution as the supreme law of the Republic and binds all persons and the state organs at both levels of governments. Number 2, Article 10 of the Constitution, Section 3 and 16 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, and Section 9, Section 10, and Section 12 of the Public Officer Ethics Act 2003 establish, among others, the rule of law, democracy, human dignity, courtesy, respect, social justice, inclusiveness, equality, human rights, probity, professionalism, non-discrimination, protection of the marginalized, good governance, transparency, and accountability as part of the national values and principles of governance. And number 3, Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution requires the state officers at all times, whether in public or private life, to behave in a manner that inter alia, number 1, brings honor to the nation and dignity of the office that a state officer holds. Roman number 2, portrays selfless service based solely on the public interest, demonstrated by honesty in execution of public duties and declaration of any personal interest that may conflict with public interest. Roman number 3, ensures decisions made by the state officer are not influenced by nepotism, favorism, and improper motives. Demonstrate discipline and commitment in service to the people. And Roman number 4, avoid demeaning the office of the state officer holds. Established the county revenue fund and clearly stipulates that money shall not be withdrawn from the revenue fund unless the controller of budget has approved. Number 10.
Order.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Kiprotich, do you require some water so that you...
In fact, Mr. Speaker, I need some water right here.
Because you have jumped from page number, from number 3 to number 10.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Whoever was doing this,
and they answered.
I realized they made a mistake.
So therefore, I direct that you start with number 4, and the answered, of course, to note that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for guidance, and sorry for the mishap. Number 4, by dint of Section 11 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, enjoins the governor as the state officer to treat members of the public and other public officer with courtesy and respect. And further, by dint of Section 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, the governor, being a state officer, is precluded from bullying any person by engaging in a behavior that is vindictive, cruel, malicious, humiliating, and is intended to undermine a person. Number 5, Article 73(2)(d) and E of the Constitution provides for the accountability of a state officer to the public for all decisions made in exercise of the powers of the office they hold, and that accountability is a critical principle of leadership and integrity. Number 6, Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution, and Sections 59, 59A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Governments Act 2012 provides for the values and principles of public service, and establish an elaborate framework for establishment of county public offices and the recruitment, employment, and dismissal of county public officers. Number 7, Article 79(4) of the Constitution reaffirms the governor's position as the chief executive of the county. Hence, the Constitution and the law vests a responsibility for decision-making and ensuring the well-being of the county on the governor. This is a strong expression of the county governor's commitment and expectation to provide effective leadership, strategic vision, and direction to the county in ensuring efficient and prudent use of public resources for the good of the county. Number 8, Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 74 of Standing Orders of the County Assembly of Kericho provides for the impeachment of the governor on grounds of gross violation of the Constitution, gross violation of other written laws, where there are serious reasons for believing that the county governor has committed a crime under national or international law, gross misconduct, and abuse of office. Number 9, Article 201, 205, and 207 of the Constitution forms a constitutional basis that guide the counties in raising and utilizing public finances. In particular, Article 207 established the County Revenue Fund and clearly stipulates that money shall not be withdrawn from the Revenue Fund unless the Controller of Budget has approved. Number 10, Section 33 of the County Governments Act obligates the governor to provide leadership in county governance be accountable for management and use of county resources, and to promote, amongst others, good governance and competitiveness of the county. Number 11, the governor has in various instances failed to take charge and rein on the rot, corruption, and unethical practices in the county. Instead, the governor has deliberately aided, abetted, condoned, and encouraged the misuse, misappropriation, misallocation, wanton theft, and pilferage of county finances. Number 12, the governor has in multiple occasions directly and indirectly engaged in acts and conduct which severally and collectively constitutes a gross violation of the Constitution, gross violation of other written laws, gross misconduct and abuse of office. Number 13, by his acts and conduct, the governor has exposed the office of the governor, the assembly, and the people of Kericho to ridicule, embarrassment, shame, and disrepute. Number 14, the conduct of the governor has been scandalous and embarrassing to the high office of the county governor, an office held in public trust and whose authority ought to be exercised in a manner consistent with the purpose and objects of the Constitution. Number 15, the conduct of the governor has made it impossible for the county to be governed as it ought to be, compromised service delivery, jeopardized the functions of both arms of government, county government of Kericho, and it has therefore become untenable for the governor to continue being in office. Number 16, the governor has variously committed constitutional wrongs that subvert the structure of government and undermine the integrity of the office and even the constitutional itself. The significant effects of the conduct that is undermining the integrity of office, disregard of constitutional duties, and oath of office, arrogation of power, and abuse of the governmental process has had an adverse impact on the running and the administration of the county government of Kericho County Government. And number 17, the governor's continued stay in office has and will continue to undermine effective service delivery to the detriment of the people of Kericho County, in whose trust the governor holds the office. Mr. Speaker, the Assembly resolves to impeach the governor under Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 74 of the Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders on the following grounds. A, gross misconduct, a gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. Gross violation of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya 2010, the County Governments Act 2012, the Public Finance and Asset Disposal Act, the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and the Kericho County laws. Number 1, misappropriation, misallocation of county finances. Mr. Speaker, sir, on various occasions since his election as a governor and subsequent assumption of office, the governor has engaged in various acts of gross violation of Article 10, 183, and 201 of the Constitution, Section 102 and 109 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, and the provisions of the Kericho County Rating Act number 5 of 2019 as follows. Number 1, fictitious payment of works, goods, and services. Number 1, between January 2025 and July 2025, the governor engaged in gross violation of Articles 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Sections 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 30, 3F of the County Governments Act 2012. The governor aided, abetted, and or condoned the fictitious payments of goods and services and works which were neither delivered nor done, occasioning the county the loss of Kenya shillings 85,704,522.90 in number A, services which were not rendered and or partially done, e.g. the maintenance of 15 residential houses in Kipkelion West Sub-County at a cost of 2.999 million. Number B, goods delivered including soya beans, maize jam, sunflower cakes.
You read properly, the Honorable.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Goods not delivered including soya beans, maize jam, sunflower seed cake, and cotton seed cake alleged to have been supplied for Kenya shillings 14,980,640. Number C, overpriced goods including sodas alleged to have been bought for about Kenya shillings 500 shillings per 300 milliliters bottle, and a bale of tissue alleged to have been bought for Kenya shillings 2,750 per bale of 10 tissue papers, and a hand towel priced at Kenya shillings 3,600. Number D, works, goods, and services alleged to have been procured for Kenya shillings 5,172,715.60 from companies including Mengro Products Limited, Hildama Construction and Supplies Limited, Brisa Constructions and Supplies Limited, Prospera Ventures Limited, and IBM Pro Construction Limited without any supporting documents. And number E, payment of contractors from the retention account for the works done more than 5 years ago, some of which companies had already been paid and therefore misappropriating county funds through double payments. Number 2, some of the goods, services, and works were procured without following the procurement process. No tender opening committees were formed, contrary to Section 78 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, as read together with Regulation number 25 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Similarly, there were no professional opinions done to the accounting officers, contrary to Section 84 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 3, there was deliberate circumvention of competitive tendering of the same goods, services, and works by splitting contracts to suit the request for quotation method, thus violating Section 54 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, as read together with Regulation 43 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulation 2020. Number 4, most of the goods, services, and works were procured outside the approved budget as required under Section 44(2)(a) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 5, the documents used by the departments were not clear and did not bear references to the procurement requirement, provision of dates, especially invoices generated, and signatures of the respective officers. There was therefore blatant violation of the provision of Regulation 68 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Number 6, no market survey was concluded as required under regulation. Pardon? Okay, no market survey was conducted as required under Regulation 43(4) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulation 2020. The contractors therefore supplied goods with exorbitant prices contrary to Section 54(2) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 7, all of the subject goods, services, and works were paid for in advance, yet the county has accumulated pending bills over the last 3 years of Kenya shillings 1.1 billion, which have been verified and are yet to be paid from the time the governor assumed office. Number 8, the report of the ad hoc committee of the alleged fictitious payments tabled before the Assembly on 5th of August 2025 made pertinent and damning findings and recommendations that point to the deliberate failure to act, neglect of duty, and even conspiracy on the part of the governor, to wit, number A, documents shared with the ad hoc committee by the departmental heads called to testify were not accompanied by E-team's invoice. This lends credence to the suspicion that the documents may have been prepared to cover up the theft after the whistle was blown. Number B, the payments were made in advance before goods, services, and works were delivered or done. And as at the date of tabling of the report, some of those goods, services, and works remained undelivered to date. Number C, documents that were used to process payments bore signatures that could not be authenticated. Subsequently, certain officers whose signatures appear in the said documents have denounced the documents. Number D, the gaps highlighted in the report point to serious governance concerns and weak internal controls in Kericho County that the appointing authority, that is the governor, policy makers, accounting officers, and indeed all the officers entrusted to deliver services to the county have failed to do so as required by law. Number E, there was an intention to defraud the county and violations of the Constitution 2010, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Governments Act 2012, the Leadership and Integrity Act, the Powers and Privileges County Assemblies Act, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 9, under Article 179 of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012, the governor has the overall responsibility of being accountable to the management and use of county resources. Number 10, it is a matter of public notoriety that when the whistle was blown on these fictitious payments, the governor on 26th of July 2025, while attending a function at Kamolok village in Cheboinwad, rubbished the claims and called for stern action against the whistleblower. This shows someone who is either unaware of the happenings in the county or was deeply involved in the scandal. Number 2, misappropriation of National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP funds. Mr. Speaker, number 11, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated the provisions of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution and Sections 48 and 159 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 by aiding, abetting, condoning, and or overseeing the massive looting, pilferage, misappropriation, and misallocation of NAFCDP funds amounting to over Kenya shillings 351 million as at 10th June 2025. Number 12, from the report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperative Management, Tourism, and Wildlife on the implementation status of the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP, in Kericho, tabled in the County Assembly on 6th August 2025, the County Assembly noted the following discrepancies in the use of the fund. Number A, the expenditure was used for farmers' cooperative societies, farmer producer organizations, found only in 19 out of 30 wards in Kericho. This implies that the funds that were meant for the agripreneurs, whose role was to enumerate farmers and organize them into SACCOs, was not adequately utilized. Number B, each ward SACCO was meant to get Kenya shillings 1 million, yet the committee found out of the 19 SACCOs under the program, only 7, underlined, have ever received financial support since the inception of the fund. Number C, it is further indicated in the report that some SACCO received nominal support in kind in form of office furniture and some farm inputs, while others have never received any support from the fund. Number D, even those SACCOs and farmer producer organizations which received support in kind did not receive delivery notes when the furniture, computers, and other supplies were delivered, and they cannot therefore ascertain the price, source, and therefore quality of what was supplied. Number E, procurement of furniture and equipment under NAFCDP program was conducted centrally with minimal involvement of key stakeholders. This does not undermine the principle. This does not only undermine the principle of transparency in procurement, decision making, and lack of ownership, but also created room for pilferage and misappropriation of the fund. Number 13, the office furniture and equipment supplied under NAFCDP program are largely substandard quality. There was therefore no value for money, and compliance with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, particularly Section 124, which obligates the procuring entity to select quality and costs-based selection QCBS method as the preferred method to be used to evaluate proposals. Number 14, the manner in which the few projects which were implemented were done show that they were done without following the project implementation manual published by World Bank to guide the implementation of the projects. Number 15, again, the governor shied in overall responsibility under Article 179(4) of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 to be accountable for the management and use of county resources. Number 16, there is evidence that the governor has been ordering withdrawals from the fund for reasons other than those for which the fund was created by the donor. Evidence of this shall be availed at the hearing and the consideration of this motion. The mover will as well be asking the Assembly to issue an order under Article 195(2)(d) of the Constitution and Section 27(1)(c) and 2 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017, compelling the relevant banks where the funds were drawn from to furnish this House with the bank statements showing the withdrawals of the funds from 2023 to date. Let me take a sip, Mr. Speaker.
All right. Allow Honorable Dogon.
Thank you. Charge number 3, misappropriation of funds and unfair distribution of projects funds under the Financing Locally Led Climate Action, that is FLOCA fund. Mr. Speaker, number 17, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated provisions of Article 10, 179, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 33F of the County Government Act 2012 by presiding over unfair, skewed, and nepotic distribution of FLOCA projects, distribution of projects under FLOCA funds, imprudent use, misappropriation, and misallocation of FLOCA funds as follows. Number A, skewed and unfair distribution of projects under the fund with the governor's home ward, that is Chemosot ward, alone getting projects worth 21,701,590. While there are many other wards, not only in other sub-counties, but even in Bureti sub-county, which have received not a single project under the fund. That is interesting, Mr. Speaker. This nepotically skewed distribution of projects under the fund violates the national values and principles of governance and Article 10 of the Constitution, and in particular, the value of equity, non-discrimination, equality, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. The principles of public finance under Chapter 12 of the Constitution, as well as the provisions of Sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act, which enjoins the governor to ensure fiscal responsibility and adherence to the values and principles of the Constitution in the management of the county funds. Mr. Speaker, there are two words in Bureti, that is Litain and Cheblanget. They never got a single coin through the FLOCA. And I wonder whether the members will be supporting or joining Raya. Number B, the Joint Committee on Water and Sanitation and Environment, Energy, Forestry, and Natural Resources, in the report of the implementation status of FLOCA programs, noted that some projects under the fund, Mr. Speaker, I think they should be consulting in low tones.
All right, let's, honorable members, order. Order, members. Let's proceed.
Or else I'll be distracted. So, Mr. Speaker, the Joint Committee on Water and Sanitation and Environment, Energy, Forestry, and Natural Resources, in their report on the implementation status of FLOCA programs, noted that some projects under the fund, namely Chemamul Water Project in Kabianga Ward, Water and Environment Project in Serete Cheptororiet Ward, Toroch Tany Cooperative Society in Milk Cooling Plant in Kapsaos, Soliat Tree Nursery Establishment Project in Soliat Ward, and Donyo Mare Borehole Water Project and Lelaitich Water Project in Soin Ward are marked 100% complete, yet there are either defects in the works, incomplete, and substandard works. Mr. Speaker, number 18, as a result of this unfair distribution of projects, wards like Cheblanget, Litain, Chaik, Kipchebor, Kunyak, I even forgot, Mr. Speaker, to add Kamasian
And you have also
and Chilchila,
yes,
did not even get a single project in all the categories under the fund, namely environment, agriculture, and water. And Mr. Speaker, just to clarify, through this fund, each ward was supposed to get one project in any of the three. And in the next financial year, they get another project in any of the three. And the last financial year, if you got water this time around, you get environment next time. And lastly, agriculture. That is not the case, Mr. Speaker. In some wards, all the three projects were implemented, which is complete violation of the law. Number 4, misappropriation of county funds under Equalizer Kazim Tani initiative. Mr. Speaker, this is where I was the vice chair, and Honorable Paul B. was the chairman. Number 19, on or about August 2023, Mr. Speaker, let me, it's a typo, we will correct it. It was on 14th of February 2023 when the project was launched. The governor engaged in gross violation of Articles 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Section 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 by launching a program dubbed Equalizer Kazi Mtaani Initiative and drawing county funds towards the initiative without a legislation to anchor the initiative, public participation, prior approval of the county assembly and control of budget, and prior approval of the Budget and Appropriation Committee approval. Number 20, under the fund, a total of Kenya shillings 39 million were paid out without proper tendering, local service orders, and the services which were not delivered. Mr. Speaker, there was even a funny scenario in Kapsaos where a contractor claimed a pending bill of 2.7 million. When we reached out to her, she did not know where she worked. Mr. Speaker, these are the people who never worked, but they were paid. Number 21, the County Assembly's report on the ad hoc committee on Kazi Mtaani project pointed out various violations of the Constitution and the law in the rolling out and implementation of the initiative. However, the governor deliberately disregarded the report and it has hitherto not been implemented. Number 22, the deliberate failure, omission, and unwillingness to implement the report of the County Assembly on Equalizer Kazi Mtaani initiative undermines devolution, the doctrine of separation of powers, and is therefore antithetical and the law in the rolling out and implementation of the initiative. However, the governor deliberately disregarded the report and it has hitherto not been implemented. Number 22, the deliberate failure, omission, and unwillingness to implement the report of the County Assembly on Equalizer Kazi Mtaani initiative undermines devolution, the doctrine of separation of powers, and is therefore antithetical to the values and the principles of governance under Article 10 of the Constitution, the objects of devolution under Article 174 of the Constitution. Roman number 5, Mr. Speaker, misappropriation of funds under strategic intervention projects, that is the SIs, implemented by the Department of Finance, that is economic planning. Number 23, in various dates during the financial year 2024-2025, the governor engaged in violation of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and sections 102, 1